Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a very long overdue video because I'm going to be giving you my update on my Daith piercing and how it relates to migraines. My original video on my Daith piercing, I went into so much detail, and that video was like almost 45 minutes long, something like that. So long. But I wanted to tell you guys every single little detail about that process because when I was thinking about getting this piercing, I was searching for every single video I could find and I wanted that information. So I'm going to make this video very short and straight to the point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all my comments on that video and I'm going to tell you my answers to those questions. And yeah, so I'm just going to jump right into it, grab my phone here, and I'm going to scroll through the comments and answer them as I go. There are 296 comments on that video. And those are all the positive comments that I left. If you left a negative comment about me, you got axed. Sorry. No room for negativity in my life. So, yeah, those are all the positive comments that were left, which pretty much is probably about 90-95% of the comments that were left on the video. So, a lot of people said I reminded them of like Carrie Underwood, Miranda Lambert, Emily Osment, the Spears sister, Jamie Lynn Spears. All very gorgeous people, and the fact that y'all went on there and said that, I'm so flattered. That was like, that's the top comment I saw. Yeah, Emily Osment, Carrie Underwood. So thank you so much. I think they're all beautiful people, so thank you for taking that time to compliment me. A lot of people shared their own experiences with their Daith piercings and how it has helped them, which I love. I love that this comment section is kind of like turned into like a help section for everybody. Thank you for explaining the whole process to me and going into detail. You are welcome. I had both Daiths pierced 2 years ago and have gone off all my migraine meds. Told my neurologist how well it was working, and he looked at me like, yeah, right. I figure it's the placebo effect. I don't care. It's working. I recommend it for any migraine sufferer to try. Glad it's working for you as well. That was from Eddie Chio. I have to say, maybe it is placebo effect. People are telling me things like that. I've also read a lot of articles with a lot of scientific proof on it as well. Maybe I'll link those down below. But my whole thing about the placebo effect kind of resonates a lot with like manifesting and manifesting things in your life. You get this done, I feel like you're kind of manifesting those results in your life as well. It works. That's all I can say is this works, whether it's the actual piercing itself or in my head. I am proud to say I really, since I've gotten these piercings, probably gotten about 5, maybe 6 migraines in the 2.5 years that I've had it, and I can pinpoint almost exactly what has caused it, and it's either not eating properly, not hydrating myself properly, and it usually has to do with hormones and stress and a combination trifecta of all of it. So I try to avoid those things as much as possible. Something's causing me stress in my life, I do what I can to get out of it. So I just remove myself from those situations that bring me down, not only mentally, but physically, by causing me the migraines and the pains and to be physically sick. So usually that's exactly what happens to me when I'm stressed out, is I get those migraines and then I'm done. But thankfully, because of the Daith piercing, I only get the migraines usually, knock on wood, when those situations are going on. So I know when I have a migraine that something in my life is not working for me, so I have to get out. I've got baby pup here sleeping with me. Yeah, you let your little Christmas onesie on. I love you. We say hi to everybody. Hello. What I have noticed about the Daith piercing as well is when I take any sort of medication to take away the headache, it works fast. Like, I never had that in the past. It would usually take all day before any sort of medication would kick in to get rid of any migraine in the past. And now they're going away like within 5-10 minutes. Like, I'm feeling relief within that 5 or 10 minutes. So, and when in a couple of hours, it's usually completely gone. So that right there is worth it alone for me. I have found a little concoction in all of this that has worked really, really well with me. And that is, I take one Advil liquid gel and I take one Excedrin migraine, take them both at the same time, and I don't know, it's an amazing concoction for me. It's worked so well. So if you suffer from headaches and migraines, try that combination out and see how that helps you. It works wonders in my life. I take that combination anytime I feel one of these migraines coming on. I don't know if it's so much the combination or if it's the piercing that makes it so that it goes away so fast. Whatever it is, I'm just grateful and it's working, so I'm not going to stop. Let's see. Yeah, this person said they're so happy they found someone who I can finally relate to with my migraines. Tylenol doesn't do crap. Yeah, don't touch Tylenol. Tylenol is weak sauce, so I do not touch that. I stick straight to what works for me, and that's the Advil and the Excedrin migraine. And then I also have like Advil PM, and then I have an Excedrin PM. If I feel like I have a headache coming on, or I've had a super stressful day, I will go ahead and I will just take one of those. Either one. I don't really know which one works better than the other just because I take it and they both work. But I'll take one of those and then I wake up and I'm good to go, I'm well rested, and I'm headache free. Another person said that when it came to sleeping with the 2 piercings on each ear, they actually got one of the travel neck pillows and slept on that and put their ear in the hole. And I'm like, why did I not think about that? That was genius. I basically did the same thing with my pillows where I kind of like morphed them around so I would have a hole right there. So save yourself doing that if you're going to get the Daith piercings, and just get that neck pillow so you can sleep on your side still and not bother your new piercings. Someone asked if it will work if they only have one side pierced as opposed to both. I can't say yes or no on that because I have both piercings done and I had them done at the same time. So all I can tell you is I had the 2 done at the exact same time and I love my results and I wouldn't change it for anything. Can you wear in-ear earphones comfortably? So I don't wear in-ear earphones. I actually have a pair of Bose over-the-ear headphones that I wear. I like the sound of it. It doesn't irritate my piercing or anything. I think they work great. That being said, I do know somebody who has the new, like the newest version of the Apple AirPods, and they have like the normal plastic AirPod, and then they have the rubber piece on it. Okay, I don't exactly know how to talk about that or how to describe it, I should say, but I put those in my ears and they actually worked and they were comfortable. They stuck in. I was able to, she was playing around with like the noise canceling effect and everything, and it worked. Like I couldn't hear anything, and all it was doing the noise cancellation feature that they have. Okay, so those work. If you were to use like the AirPods alone with just the plastic, like the first version, or like the typical Apple headphones that come with your phones, I don't think those ones would really work because they're going to be sliding. That plastic's going to be sliding, but if it has that rubber tip on it, I think you'll be good to go. Have you changed your earrings? Yes, I have. So my original earring was the one that I wore in that first video, where it was just like the C bar with the crystal ball in it like this. And I really liked that one. It slid around so much, and like I felt like half the time you couldn't see the stud or the crystal stud. So, and then I had them change it to another one where it was like this, and it had a crystal here and a crystal here. But then I couldn't see it. Like I myself couldn't see it, and I kind of missed it. I was like, oh my gosh, where's my earring? I want to see it too. So I went online and I purchased this one with just the crystal pave, and it's just a simple hoop. And I changed those ones myself. I highly recommend, if you can, have somebody help you put these in and change the earrings. You should do that. Granted, I did do it completely on my own, and it can be done, but it's going to take you a long time. So it took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half when I changed it myself, because I just couldn't see the hole, and then I got frustrated, and then I felt like the hole was like swelling up, and it was really pissed at me for continuing to try to poke it. So just have somebody help you. It'll go a lot faster. You'll save yourself a lot of stress. Can be done. You can do it by yourself. It's just very stressful and takes a long time. There are a lot of comments saying that that you are scared to get the piercing too, and I'm going to say, don't be scared. Just go and get the piercing now while you're in like that mode and you're all motivated. Just do it before you can think about it too much and you talk yourself out of it, because really, honestly, looking back, I hardly remember the pain of the piercing, and it really was not that bad. Just go and get it. The relief is so worth it. There was another person who commented that said they actually went into, and they're acupuncturists, and they put like with a Sharpie the dot where the piercing should be, and then they went in and then got the piercing. To me, I think that sounds like a brilliant idea. If you had that time, my piercer pierced me perfectly, and I loved my piercer, by the way. He continues to win best in state and everything as well, so thanks, Dustin. Yeah, I actually ran into him at a best of state event for Best of Utah last year. We were both there for our companies. Well, he was there for his company, and then I was there for my employer. So yeah, I went up and like did the acceptance speech and everything for my employer, and then came down and they're like, we know you, and I'm like, yes, I know you. And they're like, we get people all the time coming in to get this piercing because of your video, and we're like, oh yeah, you saw Makeup by Allie Ann's video. So I just love that this has come full circle. I'm glad that I myself took the risk to get the piercing, because it has brought so much relief to my life, and I'm glad that in turn that made it so that I made a video on it, and that it's helped so many of you as well. Somebody said that that's a lot of medication to take in one day, and I think they're referring to the medication that I used to take back when I had the migraines, because I was popping 400 to 800 milligrams of ibuprofen every 4 hours when I would get them. I'm so happy to say that I am not doing that. The only time I did do that since getting the piercing was when I got an ear infection, and that was the first ear infection I've ever had in my life, and I do not recommend it. If you have constant ear infections, I feel for you, because I literally was curled up in a bed while on vacation in the fetal position with a heating pad on my head, popping all the pills. I had a thing of food, of like cereal, sitting next to the bed, and alarms set for every 4 hours to take medication, because I couldn't handle the pain when it started to wear off. I just had to stay ahead of the game when I had that ear infection. So glad about that, and that's over. I now have some ear oil that I use pretty often. I actually got it from Sprouts Health Food Store. When I start to feel sick, just in general, I'll put a couple drops in each ear. I just try to stay on top of it and avoid getting another ear infection. So, and I don't know if maybe the ear infection happened because of the piercing. Like maybe the earring holds more bacteria than what normally would have been in my ears. It's very possible. So I feel like the reason why I'm talking about this is to try to warn you all about that possibility. Oh, okay. Somebody asked if it helps for car sickness, which I hadn't thought of before. So, when I first started birth control, I used to never get motion sickness, okay? Like never. And when I went on birth control, it changed something in me and I get motion sickness all the time. I don't know the answer to that, if it helps with like car sickness / motion sickness. I don't think I really get that motion sick anymore. So I'm wondering if it is related to this and maybe I just hadn't put 2 and 2 together. I'm gonna have to play around with that one and I'll get back to you guys like later down the road, like maybe when I go to a theme park next. Maybe I'll just kind of back off the meds a little bit because I usually when I go to a theme park I just take a motion sickness pill just to be on top of it. So, but I don't know. We'll see if you have experience with that. If you've gotten this piercing and it's helped you with motion sickness or car sickness, I would love to hear your experience down below. Okay, somebody else's comments were on keloids. So keloids are the little bumps that you get in your ear on the piercings, on the actual holes. And it's just your body's way of coping with the pierce, with I'm sure just maybe germs, maybe just getting used to the earring being there. Keloids happen. It's completely normal. What I found helped for me is I actually had a soak that I got on Amazon, and it's like after piercing care soak. I will link it down below. I think I did link it in my original video too. So I soak my ears with that often. Also, tea tree oil. I would take just a cotton swab and put some tea tree oil and swab it around my piercings, and that helped a lot. When I had one that I couldn't get to go away, I went back into Dustin at Enso Piercing here in Utah, and he took me back. It took him like 3 seconds and he just cleaned it all up and got the keloid to go away. So if you are suffering really bad with a keloid, just go back into your piercer. They should help you, especially if they are the piercer who pierced you. But yeah, no questions asked. He just hurried and took care of it and sent me along my way. So, but yeah, tea tree oil. I had the best results with that tea tree oil with my keloids. Okay, somebody asked if the numbing cream helped me when getting the piercing. I can't say yes or no on that. I've not had it pierced without the numbing cream, so I can't say yes or no. I do think that the answer to the question though is yes, because I have used that numbing cream for other things like Beauty Queen insider tip: if you're going to be wearing high heels for a long time, get some of that numbing cream and put it on the bottoms of your feet. You won't feel your feet very much. You'll still do the damage, but you won't be in pain because you're going to do the damage anyways. So if you're going to wear heels, put some numbing cream on your feet, and it works for that. So I'm sure that it did work for this. So a lot of people asked where I got my earring from that I was wearing in that video. That is the original earring that I got from Dustin at Enso Piercing. I would just look for it from your piercer. I will link this earring down below because this has been my favorite one, just because it adds like that little touch of bling without, like, I don't have to worry about twisting it all the time. I feel like I'm not touching it as much, therefore resulting in less bacteria inside my ear. So I do really like this one, so I'll try to link it, and I feel like it goes with like almost all of my jewelry. So, and a couple of other people asked about the earrings that I wore in that original video. Specifically, they were like a stud with like another stud that hung under my earlobe. Somebody referred to them as like looking like a belly button piercing earring, which is kind of true. They're by the brand Naudry, and I purchased them at Nordstrom. And then just so I cover it all, these ones I just barely purchased through my Roxbox subscription, and they are Kate Spade. just for the record. Okay, that sums up pretty much all the questions on the videos. It's mainly just headphones and did it hurt and sleeping and should you get one versus the other. That's such a personal preference for you. Now, I've heard conflicting things like if you have headaches here, you should get this side pierced. Then I've heard if you have headaches here, you should get this side pierced. So since mine were that centrally located, they start at the base of my neck and they kind of move forward like this, that's where I decided to go ahead and just get both of them done. I'm like, I might as well just do both. I'm already here. Let's do it. I haven't looked back since. My advice to you right now, if you are watching this video, if you are thinking about getting this piercing and you are suffering with headaches, just go and get the piercings. You have nothing to lose. If it helps you, you have so much to gain. If it doesn't, well, then you're left with this earring and you can take it out if you don't like it, and all in all, you might just get left with a cute earring. But everyone who I've talked to who has had this piercing, if I see somebody out in person and I see that they have this earring and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the same earring. Did you get it because of migraines? And they say yes, and it has changed my life. And I 150% agree with that statement. It has changed my life. I feel so much relief from this piercing. And if you're even questioning it, just go and get the piercing. So I hope those things help. Get that travel pillow if you're a side sleeper. It'll help you a ton. And yeah, I am so glad that I'm not plagued with headaches and migraines like I used to be. I used to live like with a constant headache every single day, and I was getting migraines all the time. And now it's a very rare occurrence for me. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Please leave any other comments, requests, questions down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join the Allie Ann clan to see other makeup and beauty related videos, or if you just want to see this little puppy. Oh my goodness, look at that face. We're so scruffies. So scruffies. Yeah, hit that notification bell if you want to stay in the loop here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.